Hi everyone, welcome to Lift Big Now. My name is Ashim. This video is going to be a little different compared to the previous videos of this channel. I'm going to be showing you guys clips of this week's band resisted deadlift and bench press workouts with a lot of front squat clips and an extra workout as well. And while you guys are watching this, I'm going to be talking about the magic word science. Have you noticed how much Indians love throwing around the word science? I know a lot of my viewers are from the West and Australia, but I was really surprised to see so many Indian fitness channels out here. Not like mine. I'm a strength only guy. I don't pander to anyone just to get my view count up. What I observed is that the more Indians throw around the word science, the more the Indian audience loves it. You can use the word science to justify anything and it will fly. Let me give you an example. There's a channel called Alpha Raj who made a video ridiculing one of India's fitness academies named K11 because the founder posted his own video in which he talks about racking the bar on fixed pegs and if the bar is unevenly racked, it is easy to set the bar up by picking it up one end at a time, then picking it up from the center and riding it, because, wait for it, half the bar is already there. So picture this, you have the bar unevenly placed, one side up, one side lower than the other, and this guy is talking about how picking it up from one end versus picking it up from the center is better. This is a whole video, and the justification for this is because the bar is already there. So this shit cracked us up on Saturday night, and we spent a good 45 minutes between sets of deadlifts that you are watching right now, hysterically laughing at this. So search for this video on YouTube if you like, and I guarantee that it will entertain you. Of course, humor must be backed by facts, and Alpha Raj has given a detailed breakdown in actual physics with fulcrums and force movements, blah blah, of how walking the bar up fixed pegs works. And this is the geeky stuff, but you guys should check out the video just for the first half at the very least. So anyway, back to what I was saying, overusing the word science. Almost all the other Indian fitness channels like GUStrength, some other vegan bodybuilding channel, I think B or something, and even K11 for an academy that says that claims that it teaches scientific ways to get big and strong. Alpha Raj is here to debunk bodybuilding myths using science. GUStrength wants to get strong using science and weightlifting. Same word thrown around by everyone. The more I read these descriptions, the more I want to warn everyone that the next time they hit the gym, they're going to witness a gaggle of wannabe lifters with microscopes and force vector machines and all kinds of scientific tools examining actual lifters' progress and do the hard work, and then these academics will go ahead and make agenda-based comparisons. So all these channels and YouTube authorities are following and preaching science, yet they don't agree with everything? Is there a scientific reason for all this? Let me tell you something. These channels harping on the word science are not doing whatever it takes. Like Rich Piana would say, they are not doing whatever it takes. They're just catering to an impressionable audience using the fancy word science. Some of you who've been in the online world for a while will definitely relate to this. Remember that time when the word biomechanics was all the rage? Hey man, I want to squat deep, but I'm using a wide stance and a high bar position. What am I doing wrong? Son, your biomechanics are all fucked up. You are tall with a short torso and long femurs. Therefore, if you used your leverages correctly, oh yeah, that's another fancy word, leverages. So yeah, if you use your leverages correctly, you should try to maintain that wide stance and pick a low bar position so it forces your short upper body to remain upright. Remember this bullshit? This was so popular back in the day. I had a deja vu moment because one of the guys commenting on some other video that someone posted about deadlifts, and I had to check it out because I want to see what my fellow countrymen are lifting. So this guy comments on this deadlift video saying that you're tall, you shouldn't pull conventional, you should pull sumo because science says that long-limbed individuals need to pull sumo. He had a humongous number of upvotes on that comment with people saying, "Sir, please make a video about this because it is so important to adhere to science while lifting." Man, saying it out loud makes it seem like they were fucking trolling him, but they weren't, and this is hilarious. Science does not say shit. However, if you want to look at it in terms of hardcore data, then just list the top deadlifters in the world, list their heights and list their preferred deadlift stances. What do you see? Conventional beats all. Does that mean that everyone should do conventional? Well, science doesn't say shit and numbers don't lie, so we're left with nothing. This data is not sufficient to make a decision for you. You have to experiment for yourself, play around with the stance. Do you actually believe that you're going to have the same technique pulling 135 pounds as you would when you start pulling like 455? Hell no. You will grow as a trainee, you will become more and more proficient, and not only that, but you may even change your fucking stance completely. Leave room for that. So here's the deal. For those of you who are really obsessed with science, I'm not talking to the guys who just like to throw the word around science or just like to see the word science or just like to see sciencey sounding words. because they'll never be able to put their money where their mouths are. But the rest of you who actually do care about science, check out Eric Troy's brilliant article called "What if the fitness industry really was scientific?" Don't get bought into something just because it sounds like science or the word science has been used 100 times. Science has its place, and real lifting and training experience will always be more important. Case in point, us lifters, we already knew that lifting helps with aging and compound movements will help with relieving pain, etc. We knew it is good for old people, but it is only in 2015 that Queensland University in Australia actually proved this scientifically. So try to understand that science is not the end all and be all of lifting. I've been putting up my training videos on YouTube since 2005 or maybe even before. I think there are some clips from 2004. And I've noticed that two things sell. Science sells and sex sells. Well, sex isn't going to work for me for obvious reasons. And while practical, hands-on, result-oriented science would work for me, I'm not here to sell you guys anything. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.